Good morning, children. In today's video of science, that is chapter 10, reaching at the age of adolescence. The today's topic is secondary sexual characters and the role of hormone in initiating reproductive function and some other important topics. So, secondary sexual characters. You know very well that there are so many characters which are developed during the adolescent age, and these characteristic features are completely new, like the facial hairs, the development of facial and chest hairs in the boys, and in the girls the hairs, growth of the hair underarm, in the underarm region, etc. So we can say that all those features that help to distinguish the male and female are called secondary sexual characters. So this is the definition of secondary sexual characteristic features, and on the basis of this feature we can make a difference between a female and a male child. Okay, so the changes which occur at the age of adolescence are the changes which are completely controlled by the chemicals. These chemicals are known as hormones, which are secreted by the endocrine glands. You know very well there are so many type of hormones which are released by the body, or which are released by the endocrine glands, but the basic two important hormones that are male hormones and female hormones, and their names are: the male hormones are termed as testosterone and the female hormone is estrogen. These are the two hormones which are considered as a male and female hormones. These male and female hormones are responsible for the secretion or for the release of the they release during the time of puberty, and at this by the release of this hormone, the so many kind of changes are going on in this very difficult age group. We can say this is a very difficult and challenging period of time. Okay, the female hormone or estrogen helps in the development of the breast and in the milk secretion by the mammary glands. Okay, but all the hormones, male and female hormones, are supervised, or are we can say that they are controlled by another gland, that is the master gland of the body, is known as pituitary. Okay, now what is the role of hormones in initiating reproductive function? So basically these there are so many hormones and endocrine glands, they releases the hormones, but they are ductless, or they having a ductless system. So they releases their hormones directly into the blood vessel. From there they reaches to the target area or target site. Okay, target site. So endocrine glands releases hormones into the bloodstream to reach a particular body part, that is the target site. The target site then responds to the hormone. There are many endocrine glands or ductless gland in the body. The testes and the ovaries secrete sex hormones. You have just learned that these hormones are responsible for the male and female secondary sexual characters. Okay, so the pituitary secretes many hormones. This is a very important line. The pituitary secretes many hormones, one of which make ovum mature in the ovaries and sperm from in the testes. Okay, after this there is another important thing, that is the sex determination. How we can determine a baby baby could be a baby boy or a baby girl. So to understand this, we have to understand the thing that is the about the chromosomes. We have to understand the chromosomes, because inside the fertilized egg or zygote, all the instruction for determining the sex of the baby is already present. This instruction is present in the thread-like structure, we can say that chromosomes, that inside the fertilized egg. Okay, chromosome, the number of chromosome in human being are 46 and 23 in pairs. So chromosomes are present inside the nucleus of every cell. all human beings have 23 pairs of chromosome. Out of 23, there are two sex chromosomes, X and Y. Okay, X and Y. A female has two X chromosome while a male has one X and one Y chromosome. You can see by this picture, a female have two X chromosome and a male have two X and Y different chromosomes. Okay, now the gametes have only one set of chromosome. The unfertilized egg always has one X chromosome, but sperms are of two kind of chromosome, that is X and Y both. One kind has X and other is Y. When you can see, with the help of this picture we can understand the whole process in a very easier manner. When a sperm containing X chromosome, we can see there are two sperms, X and with X and Y chromosomes. Okay, so chromosome fertilizes the egg. The zygote would have two X chromosomes and develop into a female child. If this X chromosome of the sperm combines with the X chromosome of the egg, then they become XX, and this XX means the baby will be a baby girl child. Okay, when the Y chromosome of the sperm combines with the X chromosome of the egg, it become XY, and the baby will be a baby boy. Okay, so this is the thing, how a sex determination occur in the human being or inside the human body. Okay, now you know that the sex chromosome of the father determine the sex of an unborn baby. The belief that the mother is responsible for the sex of her baby is completely wrong, and to blame her for this is totally unjustified. This is the thing. Now the another most important point is hormones other than sex hormones. Yes, there are so many. You can see in this picture there are so many glands. First is the master gland, that is a pituitary. After that, in the neck area, pituitary is present in the brain, and thyroid gland is present in the neck area. So this is the structure of the thyroid gland is like a H. Then adrenal gland, you can see the adrenal gland, then pancreas, then position of the ovary in female and the testis in the male. So these are the total or complete hormones of the body, or the endocrine glands of the body. Okay, after that, of course, there are so many things in this topic, like apart from the pituitary, the testis and the ovaries, there are other endocrine glands. Now just we have learned about the pituitary and testis and ovaries. These are the some endocrine glands. Apart of these, there are so many kind of other glands like thyroid, pancreas and adrenal glands. Then actually thyroid, because a person who is suffering from a goiter disease is due to the least secretion of thyroid hormone. Okay, thyroid means thyroid gland was not properly functioning. They are not releasing the thyroid hormone or thyroxine. Okay, so there we have to take a medicine for maintaining the balance. Similarly, the other hormone, insulin, if insulin is in the insufficient quantity inside the body, then the person will suffer from the diabetes. Okay, this is the thing. Now the another thing is, if the adrenal gland secretes hormones which maintain the correct salt balance in the blood, adrenal also produce the hormone adrenaline. It helps the body to adjust to stress when one is very angry, embarrassed or worried. Thyroid and adrenal gland secretes their hormones when they receive orders from the pituitary. So every command is given by the pituitary gland. That is why pituitary is the master gland. Okay, pituitary through its hormones. Pituitary also secretes the growth hormone, which is necessary for the normal growth of a person. So this is the thing, complete thing. Now the some important topics has been left, which we will discuss in another video. Thank you for watching this video, children.